They are building bigger tanks, and they're going to be building, let's not kid ourselves, we know bigger ones are coming. So in the early 50s, we start a project to try and get an even bigger gun that we might be able to put on a tank we're thinking of building called FV4005. It's going to be something like the hull of the Conqueror with a bigger turret on. So what's coming on now is really a test bed. It was never going to go into production like this. In other words, a test bed, you're trying something out. And we think we're going to need a gun as big as a 7.2 inch howitzer or 183 millimeters. That is whopping. And in actual fact, this becomes the biggest direct fire gun ever fitted on a tank. And by direct fire, it's not lobbing things over in a distance, point the gun at the target, off it goes. We think we're going to need them for taking on not the T-54s that we know about, and then later the T-55s, that T-10 tank and whatever the Russians are coming next in their heavy tank programs. So they test this new gun. I say it's new, it's really developed from a howitzer, 183 millimeters, that size of the hole at the end of the barrel. It's going to fire something called a HESH round, high explosive squash head. We've come up with that in Britain towards the end of the war. We like it. It's basically a shell, thin case, full of plastic explosive. It hits the enemy tank, pancakes on the side, detonated a fraction after it's hit, and that sends a shockwave through the enemy's tank's armour. So they start off with what they call stage 1, FV4005, that's what this is. Stage 1, no cab on the top. It has an auto assist to try out firing. The rounds are so big, how the hell are we going to do it? This is stage 2 we've got here, and we carry on experimenting with this until about the mid-1950s. But then we realised we would have done all of it if we could do what they were going to do. And we also, only a while later, when we find out the Russians have dropped the idea of heavy tanks, so we don't actually need it. But it's a bit of a peculiar one. This is the turret used to be in our play park for ages, which now dropped, and the Hughes guys have